Hello there! It's your girl Bria B Woods, B Breezy, B Dalla, whatever. Happy New Year! Look, I'm not gonna take up a lot of your time. I just wanted to make a quick little video that, of course, I talked myself out of making at least 50 million times, but here we are. Basically, as you know, a lot of people have been posting like their end of year highlights on social media, and to be honest, like I have genuinely been enjoying looking at them. It's really cool to like see everyone's major wins, and I'm like, yes, fam, I see you, big up the ting. But at the same time, maybe there's someone else out there who kind of feels the way I do, which is that sometimes it can be a bit discouraging because, to be honest with you, I don't really feel like 2018 went the way I wanted to, and in a lot of ways I feel like actually some of my dreams did not come true. As many of you know, I've been trying to get a work visa to work in London so I can live there and continue living my European dream. But it didn't work out like I planned. However, for those who do know, there is still hope and there's a silver lining, and 2019 just might, we'll see. Watch this space. But the truth is, I found myself thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't post anything, or I don't have anything to share because 2018 wasn't like my big win year, etc., etc. But here's the thing, like, just because the truth is, like, other people's wins don't overshadow your own. And at the end of the day, the biggest win is just being alive. Are you alive? Are your friends, your family healthy and alive? Like, that's the first big win of 2018 is if you're watching this video, congratulations, you're winning. And just because like other people did their thing doesn't take away from your thing. Like that's where the comparison is the thief of joy. Stop comparing someone else's year to your own year and find the wins that made a difference in your own life. Another reason 2018 was challenging for me is because I just dealt with constant rejection. I just had like a long spell of just relentless rejection letters, rejection from future employers, rejection from photography competitions, from artist residencies, from getting a work visa, a rejection from this really important business accelerator that I had applied to, talent agencies, and it just seemed like it just rejection letter after rejection letter after rejection letter after rejection letter. And then I even like found the time to cry over the rejection from 2 guys this year, which I know not all feminists are immune to heartbreak. And listen, I know I'm not the first person to deal with rejection, but it was like the first time in my life. This is the first year of my life where I've not been in school, where I didn't have the structure and the platform of school to kind of guide and display my achievements. And I was just out in the cold, cold world, living in a city of 8 million, no less, in London. And it's kind of intimidating. It's intimidating to be in a place where people don't just care about you simply because you think you're great, and it's like you're in a constant battle to prove why you matter. And you're always looking at other people and what they're doing and trying to find ways to prove why you deserve a seat at the table. But the truth is, like, regardless of whether I'm getting recognition or I have billions of likes or whatever, the thing is, like, my talents are still mine. Your talents are still yours. What you do matters. And no one can take that away from you, whether you're being recognized or paid for it or not. And so I just want to encourage you that whether 2018 was your year or not, or whether things went the way that you had hoped or not, remember that you still matter. What you do, what you create still matters. And honestly, the biggest one is just being alive and being here to see another year. But also, while we are on the topic of major wins, I must say that I did have some really high moments this year. I started my first podcast with my best friend Serena. I finally am uploading years of my photography work online for the first time ever. I've been to at least 70 art exhibitions and galleries this year. I've read probably between 10 and 15 books, rough estimate. I've taken over 32,000 photos this year. also rough estimate, probably lowballing it, to be honest, because I take a lot of photos. I've met easily a couple hundred new people this year. You know, I talk a lot. I like to socialize. And I've had some really life-changing conversations. One thing I do love about living in London is like just the people that you meet from all over the world, places in the world I didn't even know existed. And I've had some incredible conversations that just really changed my life. And just like making new friends. I started my own art collection this year. I started buying art from artists who are now good friends of mine. I was a fashion journalist at London Fashion Week. Hello, what? Where I had the opportunity to meet some incredible people and see some really cool shows. I got to partner with my first fashion brand this year called Wear the Walk and do some work with them. I started dabbling in fashion photography this year, which has been so cool and really rewarding. I busked in Piccadilly Circus with one of my friends and was in that same friend's music video. Check it out. It's called Myself. It's on YouTube. Wow. And I retaught myself how to play the piano after 6 years of not even touching the piano. So it's been a really cool year, and I've also learned, I think another really important thing is that I just grew up this year. It's something about living 5,000 miles away from your family in a big city. You grow up, you know? So I've learned a lot about the wonderful world of adulting this year and how to protect my own heart without hardening it, how to step outside of my comfort zone and thrive in that space. How to just say yes, how to just show up. You know, I think a lot of life is just showing up. So this has been, I think, probably the proudest achievement is just the woman you see in front of you. And I'm really proud of who I am, and I'm really proud of what I see in the mirror. So I hope this video encouraged you, and just remember that you are enough, period, full stop. And yeah. Happy New Year, and here's to the great that awaits in 2019. Bye! And wow! Oh my god, just...
Oh, they can't see me.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, the cat was good. Was good. Okay, what are you doing with this video?
Ah!
That's the real question.